Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey guys, we made it.
We did it.
We had a hard time holding off, but we have made it back
We
for
sure did.
part 2.
Yeah, it's. I would not have guessed this would have happened in the show. I mean, you got 7 seasons,
Right.
with Martin Sheen as the president. I assumed they were going to touch upon something similar, like an assassination attempt, because how much stuff can you do in 7 seasons?
You got to cover it all, right? Absolutely.
But in the very first season, that's how you're going to end it.
Well, and it's such a serious note too on him.
And he gets shot.
Yeah, and he gets shot. Josh is like in serious condition.
Yeah,
and it's
the
kind
two leads.
Yeah, exactly. And it's kind of like what we expected was one of the supporting characters to get hurt, maybe die.
Yeah.
I thought Charlie might die. Right,
Charlie might die.
But outside of that, I didn't think there was going to be any serious repercussions for the central cast.
We forgot, so we thought we didn't. We said we didn't see Charlie go down.
Right.
I think. What's the Secret Service lady's name?
Gina.
Gina.
Yeah.
She takes him down.
Oh, does she?
She takes.
I know she took. I saw her kind of grabbing Zoe. She probably grabbed them both and put them in the car. Right.
So I just
I missed
about
it.
that.
Yeah, I either forgot about it or missed it
because it's such a shocking thing. Like you don't really have time to process all that. You know what I mean?
It was all moving really fast. In the season 1 finale, when the shooting started, you only had about 8 seconds of footage, and they showed everybody running, and it was just hard to see what's happening.
You're just kind of like, what the hell's going on? You know?
Right. CJ gets tackled. She doesn't know what happened. Her necklace. I mean, there's a lot of unanswered questions still that I'm assuming we're going to get some answers to going forward.
Somebody also said on Patreon, notice this that somebody is not there anymore. Somebody is off from the cast is just gone, and they don't really explain it.
Really?
And I'm like,
that's interesting.
I'm like, oh, so somebody left the show, and they just don't address.
Well, it's not someone that died because that would have been a thing.
No, they don't die.
They just disappear.
They just basically go away.
Did they say who?
They didn't say who. They said keep an eye out for who it is because you'll notice that she's not there.
I think I know who it is because somebody threw a spoiler up on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I wish they didn't do that, but someone threw a spoiler up on.
Okay, well,
about somebody gone on YouTube.
All right, cool. Because I think I know. Who
I think I know who you're talking about now too because of the spoiler, but they didn't give too much away. Just that the person's not there.
Well, yeah, I didn't notice this person in the last episode, so if they're not in this episode, we can address who it is.
Right? Yeah,
we can speculate anyways.
Yeah, exactly. In that vein, guys, please no spoilers.
Yeah, I mean, like you guys have been great for the most part.
Yeah,
but still.
Everyone's been really solid about that, but. Keep in mind, we haven't seen the show, and we want to discover it as everyone else does as a first time watcher.
Hey, you know what? You guys are awesome for not telling us about the ending of season 1.
Yeah, that's big.
That's a big.
Nobody spoiled this. Nobody spoiled
anything.
This.
I mean, like the fact that we're like, oh, there's a cliffhanger. Oh, that's lame.
Right? No,
didn't matter. That was a great cliffhanger. You know what I mean?
We appreciate all of you who comment on Patreon and YouTube. None of you spoiled this really really great 3-episode arc of this assassination attempt. So really thank you.
Thank you.
We do want to welcome some new patron subscribers from the weekend. So Shane Martin, John Yarddog, Shelby, David Vandervliet, Isaac Santillan, Daniel Perkins, Matthew Selwood, Margot M, and Jazzy. Thank you so much and welcome. We really do appreciate it.
And for those of you watching on YouTube, thank you for being here. If you don't want to do us a favor, please hit that like button, leave us a comment, and hit that subscribe button for us, will you?
Please. It helps us out a lot. It really
does. Please.
Yeah, we'll beg. I'm not above it. If you're wanting to see the full-length reaction to this and the other stuff that we're watching, please check out the link to our Patreon in the description below, where you can see full-length reaction to this and so many other shows that we're very much enjoying working our way through.
Please.
Right.
It's like Casey Affleck in Manchester by the Sea.
Right. Good for us for going a whole week without let's go and slip this one in somewhere else so we get ahead. It's weird using handguns to try to snipe somebody.
Yeah, we have his leg.
Oh man, Josh is still in surgery. There's a lot of reasons not to like this guy. Look at him smiling that Josh might be dying. I'll slap him myself. Oh, they were there for him.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're not getting away from this one, homie. Yeah.
Man, I kind of wish they would have showed the process of getting him, but still.
Right. Someone recognized, someone made a call, someone was an informant. Yeah.
Like, the manhunt procedure is so interesting.
Yeah, it is.
I get that from the point of the show.
Right.
That's a whole other show. But
Moira Kelly's not in the opening credits anymore, so they just wrote her off after season 1, it looks like. Well, I mean, wasn't my favorite part of the show.
Josh Lyman is now in his 6th hour of surgery.
Oh my God!
Holy cow!
Serious.
And a ruptured pulmonary artery.
This is brutal.
I'm sure as the show goes on, he'll be normal again. But it's like in real life, that's life altering.
It might take some time. Yeah, it should take some time.
Yeah.
Is there anything I'm supposed to be doing right now?
No.
I mean, anything that Josh's office is supposed to be doing.
I love their sense of duty.
Yeah.
Our job is bigger than this. You know?
Yeah. Oh, completely.
Sam, I need you to come back to the White House and speak to Nancy McNally about a letter the president was supposed to sign. She'll know what you're talking about.
They want to know why the president exited the building in the open air.
I'll talk to somebody at Treasury.
I'll do it.
Secret Service is part of the U.S. Treasury that protects the president.
Yeah.
Which wouldn't allow an American company to keep a tanker like this in service very long.
I think.
See, it's all dirty politics to get a sleazy tanker out.
Instead of buying these ships, don't buy these ships. Buy other ships. Buy better ships.
Yesterday, he didn't know the difference between a ship and a boat.
He did some reading.
Sam, I thought you told us you covered our liability.
What are you doing?
Being a good person.
I think I have an obligation.
What are you doing?
The oil industry.
It's so frustrating.
It is.
Famous firm that
He can't remember where Sam works.
Yeah.
Sam's about to quit.
Yeah.
Sam, we're not indifferent to the concerns of the environmentalists.
He's gonna quit.
He's gonna quit right now.
Yeah. Not gonna need that.
Sam, where are you going?
New Hampshire.
That's awesome. Would not be surprised if down the road it comes back to one of those on the show that one of those tankers crashes.
When the shooting started, you didn't happen to notice who pulled me to the ground, did you?
No.
They
I
pulled me
thought it
down
was
behind
him.
a
I could have sworn it
police
was
car
him.
and the necklace.
3.5 hours the president was under anesthesia.
Danny, it's a little complicated.
I want to know who is in charge.
Kind
And we are
of.
working on that information.
Kind of Leo.
Yeah, kind of. They don't really know.
Yeah.
We're working on it. 6:30 in the morning.
This has to be her backstory too, because there's no way she's in bed at 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Atlanta's only got 2 nominations.
For the entire studio. Best comedy score and supporting actor for the kid.
The movies were bad. If the movies were unknown, I could help you, but they weren't. They were just bad.
So she's done like Hollywood PR before. Yeah.
Sorry I talked to him like that, but do you really think he had the Maltese Falcon out there?
I'm sure that works like that in Hollywood too. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Out here in the hallway?
So CJ financially has taken a huge step down becoming a press secretary.
Yeah. She's got the Jackal backup plan, so worst case,
Right, exactly.
She's got talent.
Yeah. They call her the Jackal.
Tobes. The Tobester.
Big T.
Toby?
Big T. Yeah, Big T.
He's in Hollywood.
Oh my God!
Jed Bartlett's very impressed with you. Likes the work you did with that girls group with the stupid name.
$550,000 a year.
This pays $600 a week.
So this is less.
Yeah.
I'm saying that these are absolutely the wrong weapons to use for shooting of this
That's what I thought too. For an elevated
Yeah.
distance shooting, yeah.
Glad they referenced that.
The president is going under general anesthesia, usually signs a letter handing over executive powers to the vice president.
I can sign the president's name.
On a document, removing him from power and handing it to someone else?
Yeah. Or do you think the White House counsel would say that was a bad idea?
The White House counsel would say that's a coup d'etat. Separation of powers, checks and balances, and Margaret vetoing things and sending them back to the Hill.
Who thought it was a good idea for me to do the morning shows? Until
What's wrong?
nothing.
I was shot at.
Oh, yeah.
We were all shot at.
Let's get out of New Hampshire.
Why?
Nothing to win here.
He's right. The New Hampshire primary isn't held in New Hampshire anymore.
We're going to be in South Carolina, and we're going to be the only ones there.
We're not going to beat Hoynes in South Carolina.
We don't have to beat Hoynes in South Carolina.
We just have to beat Wiley.
We win in Illinois, we're going to run the table. Well, that's it then. And we've saved people the trouble of voting. What's next?
Thank you very much.
Hi.
Hi,
Who are you?
I'm Donna Moss. Who are you?
I'm Josh Lyman.
I'm Donna Moss. I came in to volunteer, and the woman assigned me to you.
Which woman?
Betsy.
You mean Margaret?
Yes.
Who are you? When did your boyfriend break up with you?
What makes you think my boyfriend broke up with me?
Well, you're too old for your parents to have kicked you out of the house. Your boyfriend was older?
Yes.
Law student?
Medical student.
And the idea was you drop out and pay the bills till he's done with his residency.
Yes.
This can't be a place for people to come to find their confidence and start over.
Why not?
I'm sorry?
I think I can be good at this.
It's true.
And she
I think
is.
you might find me valuable.
She wasn't in the opening credits last. Moira Kelly was replaced by her in the opening credits sequence.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I noticed that. Yeah, Janelle Monáe is now in there.
Yes. I think I'm going to have somebody from the
You know, Donna has more to do
if it relates to
than Mandy did anyways. So
I
it's
agree.
fine.
Yeah.
You know, it's weird to think that he was the bad guy in Billy Madison.
The real reason I couldn't go on the morning shows and give a first-hand account of what happened was I couldn't remember what happened. I think you have my necklace.
Oh, Sam saved her.
That's what I thought.
I didn't want you to feel
I thought it was going crazy.
Were you scared?
Yeah. I heard they're about to take him off bypass.
Pretty soon, yeah. Listen, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah.
This guy's a champ, dude. He just got shot in the hand.
Shot,
He's still
running
out there,
everything, yeah.
It's a fresh wound.
Said he wanted to enter and exit in the open air. He didn't like the feeling of traveling around in an armored tank. I wrote that memo, and the president signed it at my urging.
I know. He's an active madman. You think a temp was going to stop him? We got the president in the car. Secret Service doesn't comment on procedure.
Good job.
Good job last night.
Really go get your hand looked at, man.
Seriously, yeah.
It's like comedic at this point. He's walking around with this
with a Band-Aid on it.
Mark Davis and Sheila Evans of Philadelphia were killed by a gun last night. He was a biology teacher and she was a nursing student.
What's going on?
Nothing. My dad had his chemo today. These exit polls are going to cheer him up.
Your husband's a real son of a bitch, Mrs. Barlow.
He's not ready yet, Josh. He's terrified. You want to kick something? Kick me.
Toby, what's with me?
No, Josh, your father died.
Oh, Jesus.
He said that he died. He died on the night of the Illinois primary.
Your father died, Josh. I can't believe it.
Yeah, Governor, you shouldn't be here.
What happened? Did he like that you were in politics?
I think he would have liked grandchildren more.
He'd have been doing some bragging right now.
Yeah, your name wouldn't have come up, by the way. My son won the Illinois primary tonight.
Don't think I don't know what you gave up to work for this campaign, and don't think I don't know your value. And I'll never make you think I don't again. You want me to go with you?
Oh,
With me? Maybe you want some company on the plane.
It was nice of you to ask.
it really was.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Yeah, I believe he would have. He'd be like, yeah, I'll go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Leo,
Yeah.
I'm ready.
My name is Josiah Bartlett, and I accept your nomination.
Yeah, we haven't really seen him the whole episode.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, well, we've seen the flashbacks, you know, but
Looks like he's going to pull through, which we knew he would, but it's still cool to see.
he's looking a little rough there.
Yeah. Man.
God, what a great TV show. What a great show.
That was killer.
Well, we got a lot to cover right here. I mean, I think we should delve into this for a second. Like we said. Oh, sorry. For a second, I thought we weren't recording.
No, we're still here.
Okay. So lots to cover there. I think the next episode, obviously, we're moving on. This was a 2-part episode.
Yeah.
I do think Josh is going to be out of commission for a while.
It has to be, right.
So I would not be surprised if Bradley Whitford's not in the episode or if he is, he's confined.
Well, for a while, yeah.
To a hospital bed and you see Josh's recovery time in the hospital. I love the relationships of all the characters. I love watching them be fleshed out.
Yeah,
backstories.
It was nice. Yeah, having them build those, being able to see them build those relationships instead of because when the show started, we were into the administration.
Yeah.
It was into the first year at some point, so we just kind of jumped in and you kind of figured out. Obviously, it was easy to do. The writing was so good.
Sure.
What the relationships were and what the personality types were.
Yeah.
But to see them kind of come together in this episode is really, really cool. The last 2 episodes.
Yeah, and there's a really interesting theme in the beginning of this episode with both CJ and Sam at their respective jobs at the time about how they're mad that their performance is being judged based off of how much something makes instead of the quality of something.
Sure.
Sam with the boats.
Mm-hmm.
It's cheaper to get this, but the quality's not the same.
Right.
CJ with the films.
Right.
You know? Like,
you made bad movies.
Why am I not here?
Right.
Because the quality's not good.
Right.
They're quality driven people. It's not about money. It's not about the power. Right. It's about like the quality of something.
Doing something right.
Exactly.
Same thing with Josh. Josh left Hoynes. He was running Hoynes' campaign.
Sure.
Probably would have been the chief of staff if Hoynes would have won.
Mm-hmm.
But
his heart wasn't in it.
His heart wasn't in it because he wasn't the right product. Bartlett was the right product.
And that really hammers home the fact, and even Bartlett going to see Josh at the end.
Yeah.
Home where his morals are. I mean, like, they don't feel right selling somebody something that's not whole.
Right.
That's not entirely there.
Sure.
And that's a really cool analogy, really. I mean, it's really cool how they showed that example of that in this episode. You know, it kind of speaks to the presidency as a whole. It really does. You know? And that's really smart writing. And I mean, we've belabored that many times that Sorkin is a master at writing.
This was another one. You noticed at the beginning, he wrote the entire episode himself.
Yeah.
most of it, yeah.
Sentimentality aside, it's still fantastic writing.
Oh, absolutely.
The themes of the show they're still relevant today.
Yeah, it's a timeless show. I thought it was really cool to start off with the apprehension of the guy that was on the loose, the signal man.
Oh, yeah.
Before it's like it's done. Now let's move on with kind of the aftermath of it, as well as continue on with how this all came together in the first place.
To tell you the truth, it kind of slipped my mind as the episode went on. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah,
right, they started off with a bang, so to speak.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, I mean, also we're gonna be dealing with the aftermath of this for
this isn't
the next few episodes. I feel like
I don't think this is the kind of thing where like, well, Josh lived, president's getting out of the hospital, everything's fine, move on. I don't think that's a thing.
We still have to deal with the troops in I think it was Iraq.
Yeah, troop movement in Iraq.
We have to deal with that still, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see John Amos coming back.
And I don't think we're done with the whole who was in charge for that 3.5 hours either.
Yeah.
I think
that's going to tie in.
That's a question that needs to be answered for sure.
So we got that to deal with. We also have to deal with, Zoe and Charlie, how they're handling things. We've had very little time with them.
Charlie's got some stuff to process there for sure.
And obviously, like we mentioned Josh. All these characters. This is a brilliant setup.
Yeah,
because with 20 episodes, you can only write so much.
Yeah,
and I feel like this is going to be plenty of storyline to go forward. So.
Yeah, and it's going to take the show and the characters in a different direction too.
Yeah, for sure.
Bit. It's a more somber. Even as they're doing really good work, let Bartlett be Bartlett and everything, and they're kind of hard charging in the things they want to do.
Yeah.
This is a dark thing that's going to kind of, I think, at least for a while, it's going to black cloud over them a little bit.
Yeah, as far as writing goes, too, I'm not saying that this wasn't the plan, but there's a really famous Stephen King thing, like with The Stand. Mm-hmm. He famously wrote this really long novel, and spoiler, halfway through the novel, he didn't know what to do anymore, so he blew half of them up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I remember that. Yeah.
And that's kind of like. With this, Sorkin, he put all these characters in a really interesting position, and then, so to speak, he kind of blew them up a little bit,
Yeah, yep.
So
see where they go forward from here, yeah.
Yeah, so we love this show. We're glad you guys are here watching with us, and we can't wait to get to the next one.
Yeah, very much looking forward to see where we keep going here in season 2. Catch you next time, guys.